Hello, my name is Frank Buchholz. I'm the North Langley Regional Director for the Greater Langley Chamber of Commerce. In this election season, the Chamber is doing videos with candidates for Langley City and Langley Township Council. And with me at this moment is Sonny Hundal, who is running for the Township of Langley Council as a councillor. Welcome, and tell us a little bit about who you are and why you're running for council.
Thanks, Frank. My name is Sonny Hundal. I'm running for councillor for Township. A little bit about myself. I'm a realtor by profession. My wife and I, we both work. We are a young family. We have a 3-year-old. And the reason I took this step and made a decision to run this election is because I want to do my part in supporting our farming community, helping them by supporting them in every way possible to make their business even more profitable. We need to encourage our young entrepreneurs, support our small businesses, and we need to start working on attracting big corporations in our community. There's a huge demand down south. The big studios, as we all know, they come to our region to shoot. Why don't we take this opportunity, build a facility where our residents get a full-time, good-paying jobs, where they can actually support their families. We need an art center in our community to attract other communities to start coming to us instead of us going to them. And that will give steady jobs again and bring money to the city.
Okay, thank you very much, Sonny. I'm going to start by asking a question based on what you were mentioning, because this is near to the hearts of the Chamber and our members.
Yes.
And that's, how do we attract more business to Langley Township, and how do we retain the business we have, and how do we make it an attractive place to grow business?
I believe, first of all, there are a lot of young families moving in our community, and there's a reason for that. It's a nice, safe community, and everybody likes the feel of a city and a country, and we need to maintain that. And by attracting other businesses and supporting a small business is the best way I can see to sustain good jobs. As I said, attract studios here. They are always here. They're looking for facilities. I know there's a small studios they're using right now. So what I mean by saying that is give them a proper facility where our residents get full-time paying jobs, not something they are living on a minimum wage. As we all know, there are jobs available from the technical point of view to the high-paying professional jobs. And that will help us keep our community stronger, bring more money in, and that way we can sustain our infrastructure, our event centers, our rec centers, services for the growing population.
Okay, let's move on to housing. You were talking about young people moving here, and you are a realtor, so you're certainly very familiar with the housing industry.
Yes.
One of the challenges for a lot of younger people in particular is the high cost of housing and affordability. But that goes beyond buying. It also goes to renters who are often seeing their rents increase and there's limited supply.
Yeah.
What can the Township of Langley do to make sure that there's a good supply of affordable housing, both for purchase and for rental?
Well, the way I look at it, we need to start working as a team with the province and the federal government. And whoever wants to build in our community, we need to start mandating that they have certain percentage of the multifamily units they are building. There should be a certain percentage for affordable housing. And the rental, you're right, the rental is beyond imaginable right now. They are like 2 bedrooms are going for, don't quote me on this, but they are around $1,800–$1,900. And for a young family, if a husband or wife are working, it can be very, it's a huge struggle to sustain and keep continuing, because ultimately we want to make sure our kids growing up here have the future and the opportunities we had when we were growing up. And the only way I see that happening is by creating more jobs steady jobs where they can actually support their families, and encouraging businesses to flourish in our community.
Okay. One other question we'd like to ask you is about transportation and transit. There's been lots of discussion in the election campaign in Surrey about whether SkyTrain or LRT is the best to go down Fraser Highway. That line is going to end up in Langley City. Just interested in your thoughts on that, but in a larger basis, what transit improvements are needed in Langley Township, and what road and other transportation improvements are needed?
Frank, I'm going to be very honest. We should have not stopped the SkyTrain at King George. The SkyTrain should be connected to the event center. There are a lot of families, because during my campaign, I'm meeting so many amazing people here, and some families do not have the proper transportation. They are dependent on the public transportation, and we have this beautiful facility, and sometimes they don't have enough time, or for whatever reason, to use the public transportation to bring their kids to the event center. We should have the SkyTrain come all the way to Langley, and well, in fact, it should be going to Abbotsford and coming back to downtown, because we all know the population is growing. Doesn't matter if you're in Surrey, Delta, Langley, Vancouver. It's really hard to get from one point to another, and we have to make sure that the families, the young people, the elders, everybody can access the public transportation and be where they need to be and on time. Because sitting on the traffic, and we are sometimes you get stressed, and because of the time frame, you are running late, and that is affecting us as individuals, and that is affecting our families, our kids. So we need to give a very serious thought and bring the public transportation up where the population is, so that everybody can access it.
Thank you very much, Sonny.
Thank you.